Good morning, everybody. Another Bible study with me, with Braden, Latrey, Starlin-Driver, BLSD. Let's stay blessed together. But anyhow, I'm not even sure. It's somewhere in Matthew, but to the one that has, more will be given, and they'll have abundance. And there's another translation where it talks about like having abundance of knowledge. But then, to the one who has little, even what he does have will be taken from him. And it also talks about knowledge too. But two different translations. Knowledge versus no knowledge. But either way, my thought is like, like once you realize that God is already meeting all of your needs, like you already have everything you need, so all he can do is continue to add abundance to that. But if you look around and you feel like that you have not, or that your needs ain't being met, well then less is even more is going to be taken from you. But like in regards to you have not, like you're still trying to obtain things, but you begin to realize that the more you have, the less you have. So you constantly just trying to obtain things for gratification. But once you realize that everything that you have is provided to you from God, like you start realizing that like you're tapped in with the source. Like it's all abundant, dude. Like, and I'm starting to think of like the parable with the prodigal son. Like whenever he tells the son that stayed with him, it's like, son, I haven't had to do anything for you. You've been with me the whole time. You've had abundance this whole time. But that son, he was focused on the one thing that he didn't have, and it's just it's a replayed story, the replayed narrative. Like in regards to just go back all the way back to Genesis. God let them have access to everything, but the one thing they couldn't have, they just had to have it. But it's like also like having abundance, like is just the recognition of God, like God provided this. And then the person that has not, like they fail to recognize what God has done for them. But even then, I think more so of like after this life too, like everything that you have, everything that you see, hear, feel, taste, touch, whatever all it is, comes from God. Like you're not able to have those senses unless he gives you a body to where you can sense those things. And even some people, like they have bodies to where they might be paralyzed, or they might I don't know, be born like with a messed up, I call it messed up, but messed up limb or something like that, or whatever. And they could they could focus on how God has put them in a position where they have less. Oh, he didn't give me this and that. I don't have the life I want. Well, okay, well, even what you do have going to be taken from you. But like that person, whenever they recognize it, like, man, he gave me purpose. He put me here, regardless of what it is. Like you have purpose, and you're created by God. Like just like, I mean, even the probability of us existing, like the odds are like, you'd be better off winning the lottery than being born. So it's like you already won. But yeah, we just fail to realize those things. And even like in the afterlife, like if we fail to realize that he's providing all these things, like I'm not saying you'd be an atheist, but kind of like just the concept of God, like being the hierarchy of everything, and the creator. But it's like, how can you have an existence in heaven when there's no creator? He never created any of these things. You never got to enjoy to smell the flowers. You never got to enjoy watching the leaves in the tree rustle in the wind. You never got to enjoy the sunrise and the sunset, or the birds chirping in the background, or hear the sounds of the ocean, or whatever all you like in life. I mean, there's some people that, I'm super into cars. Well, you never got to hear that engine or whatever. But yeah, everything that we have is a testimony to the existence and the love, um, and like the organization of God. I was listening to this one video today, and this guy was talking about he has like some type of cancer or something where he's gonna die, and he wants to see his kids grow up. He wants to see his daughters get married, all these things, and he's accepted it. But he also knows, like, he's talking about like his cells in his body, and it's like there are no rogue cells. Like, God has this happening for a reason. Um, and the man, he has faith that after he leaves, God's gonna put male mentors in his son's life, and God's gonna have his daughters be married off to good men that are gonna take care of them, and his wife is gonna be taken care of, and all these different things. But he talks about, like, yeah, just him dying, like he's just not concerned, but it's like that's the only thing that he worries about at this point is his family. And I think he even was close to dying, and like when he woke up or something like that, like he was just concerned about his family. So all that matters is the people. Also, Jesus said, you didn't you didn't visit me whenever I was in jail, and you did not feed me whenever I was homeless, and whenever I was homeless, you never sheltered me, and whatever all stuff. And then his disciples said, like, Lord, you were never any of those things. Like, how are we supposed to do those things if you were never those things? But it's like, keep in mind, like, the Holy Spirit, like, dwells in us momentarily. Some people, like, are very far from the Spirit, but God is still pursuing a relationship with them. Um, I don't even remember where I was going. Oh, but it's like, yeah, like Jesus is like, we are all an image of Him. We are image bearers of God, um, and like through our humanity and acts of kindness and love toward each other, like you get to embody what it's like to be Christ for a moment in time. Um, But like keep in mind, like all these people that need help, those people, just as much as you are image bearer of Christ, so are they. And just loving each other, treating each other how He would treat us, not how you want to be treated, but try to put yourself in the position of God, and go out of your way for somebody, because that's He went completely out of the way for us. Um, yeah. Y'all stay blessed. I love you. I ain't gonna ramble on. I'll talk to y'all later.